Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our weekly live show. I am Fabiana Claure, pianist and business strategist for musicians. I'm the founder and CEO of the Musicians Profit Umbrella, a global business mentorship program that helps musicians build, grow, and scale their music businesses into the online space so that they can stop trading time for money, not need to be, working in a one-to-one basis or depending on gigging and only relying on the income that is based on them being physically someplace at some time, and instead consolidate their knowledge, create an online business, and allow people to access their experience and their knowledge instead of their time. So if you are here, you're joining me, say hello in the chat. I'm going to take a look at the comments here. Let me know what your questions and thoughts are. Today's topic is the best strategies and effective ways to clear negative thinking in your life, in your world, and in your interior mind as a musician. And I see this happen so often in the work I do with clients. And it's really something that comes even from our sides as performers. I mean, how many times have you found yourself playing on stage and inevitably having negative thoughts, concerns? Are you going to forget a piece? Are you going to mess up? What are people thinking? All the voices that come into our minds when we are performing. And I want to give you today a strategy how we can transition in the same way that we have to learn to manage those negative voices that may be coming to us when we are on stage, when we're performing, when we are under the spotlight, to transfer that to the work that we do in our businesses and in our, every step that is required to build your visibility, to create your presence, to create a voice for you to establish yourself as a thought leader in your industry, right? So let me know in the comments as you're watching, where are you watching me from? And really, what are your thoughts on how to create your negative beliefs? Do you find that you're oftentimes stuck in this mode of negative self-talk? And if so, what are the questions that you have about that? I want to make this a two-way conversation. So I really want you to think that, as you perform on stage, as you are creating, when these negative voices come, one of the things that I have found personally that has helped me when I'm on stage as a pianist is to remember the cause, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and to focus, of course, on the music, but also to focus on the reason behind what I'm doing. And in the same way, just like I have to use these strategies when I'm performing, I use the same thing in my business. I see this happen so many times in the work I do with musicians, that there are negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that come up in the process of building a business. When you build a business, you create a visibility for yourself. You create a persona online. You build content. You expose yourself in many ways, and that can become a very vulnerable process and one that feels very uncomfortable, right? So you want to be able to understand that the best way for you to clear these negative thoughts that may be coming to you as a result of what you're doing as a musician, as an entrepreneur, is to ask yourself why. Why are you here right now? Why are you doing this thing? Whether it's getting ready for presenting something, right? Getting ready for a live stream, getting ready for a performance, getting ready for a conversation with potential clients, getting ready for anything that has to do with you being on and on the spotlight and under the radar, right? This is your starting point. This is going to be your number one hack. Ask yourself why, right? Because when you do that, you are going to be able to come back to the rationale of this is not about you. If you're performing on stage, if you're sharing your music, communicating what a composer had intended to transfer to an audience, you are nothing but the medium, the channel. In your business, if you are building a business, if you're trying to create a service or a product or have a way to transfer your knowledge for people, what's the reason for that business? Why are you creating this business? Yes, of course, you're working on building your livelihood. You're creating things to have a means to living, but you're also doing it to make a deeper impact to the people around you, right? You want to solve a problem that people have. You have a mission, you have a calling to serve perhaps at a greater level than you did before. And when you can tune into that, you're going to be able to start clearing any negative thoughts or fears or feelings of defeat or concern about what other people may think, may say. because it's no longer about you. You see, one of the things that I see happen time and time again in the work that I do with my clients is that musicians feel that it's about them. They're afraid of what people are going to think about them. They're afraid of judgment. They're afraid of criticism because they make it about themselves instead of about the mission behind what they're building, right? And when you focus on what's the reason that you're even here, you could be doing so many things in your life. You could be a lawyer, you could be an accountant, you could be a police officer. I don't know, you could be whatever. Why are you in this moment of your life working on this business? What is it about your experience, your talents, maybe the things you've had to overcome as an artist and a creative that have brought you to this moment to say, I want to help my clients fix this. I want to help them learn how to be the best in performing or develop mastery in this instrument or understand how to manage the crippling performance anxiety that can lead to stagnation and panic in a performance, or improving their memorization skills, or whatever it is that you help people do. Why are you in this field? Why are you doing this? What is the benefit of the people that your people receive as a result of those experiences? How does your experience change people's lives? When you can tune into that deeper calling for what you are doing, that in and of itself will become a magical ingredient to help eliminate negative thinking. It will help you clear any limiting beliefs. It'll open up possibility for you to be able to expand your reach, to embrace visibility, and to say once and for all, I am here and I'm ready to serve. I am ready to give. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to show up as the best version of myself to make an impact. You know, this is the thing that you sometimes may not realize when you're too worried about what people may think or what people may see or criticism, right? Or negative thinking, is that we're all here for just a short amount of time, folks. We're all here for a very, very, very short amount of time in our lives. One day you're not going to be in this world. And you want to be able to know that the work you did while you were here created a difference, made an impact, changed people's lives. You left a mark on earth. I was just talking with my team earlier this morning, and for some odd coincidence, two of my team members, their grandparents passed away just a few days ago. And we were just talking about how ephemeral life is. It just comes and goes. And you know, in this case, my team members were sharing, you know, that their grandparents, they had lived up until like 90 something years old, and that they had left many things behind and many ways to remember them and many memories. And so when you realize that everything you do can create a lasting impact and can stay for the rest of eternity, even beyond your life, the meaning of your calling all of a sudden becomes tenfold. All of a sudden you realize, wow, like this is amazing. There's so much more behind what I'm doing right now that I don't have to get caught up in my internal limiting beliefs, my fears, my hesitations, my worries. Trust me, anything that feels like it's a big deal right now, I guarantee you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to look back on and you're going to laugh about it. You're going to remember it and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I remember thinking this was such a big problem back then and this was such a big deal. And then my life was going to be so impacted as a result of this thing, right? And so when you put things in perspective in this way, you stop taking things so seriously. Stop taking yourself so seriously. And remember that if you are here, you have the privilege of existing and surrounding yourself by people and being able to transfer your knowledge and sharing that with people. And knowing that ultimately the best way you can help people is by showing up, by presenting your experience, by sharing your perspective, by putting a stake in the ground and saying, I stand for this. I care about this. This matters to me, right? And when you're able to do that, again, from this place of conviction, of vision, of mission, and not let the internal voices that are trying to keep you safe, that are trying to hold you down, that are trying to protect you, quote unquote, stop you from shining your light, you will feel fulfilled. And as a result of that, you will attract clients, you will attract partners, you will attract business opportunities, you will bring wealth. All of that prosperity will come as a result of your internal shifts. Don't ever forget that. If you want your external reality to shift, if you want to bring in more wealth, if you want to bring in more freedom, more time, prosperity, more health, more relationships, more happiness into your life, you will only be able to attract what you are. Like attracts like, as the saying goes. And if you can focus on shifting your internal beliefs, reframing these negative thoughts, being able to use strategies such as asking yourself why, asking yourself what's the benefit of what you do, how does that help people? And when you can take actions in your life, caring more about solving a problem for your clients than you do about what people are going to think about you. Let me repeat that. When you can take action in your life, thinking of the greater mission behind what you're building, and when you care more about helping your potential clients and your audience and the people you connect with, when you care more about helping them and about solving the problems that they have, that you know they're going to need your support with, your guidance, your mentorship, when you care more about that than you care about what people are going to think about you, and you forget about your ego, you let that go, you remember that you are just here for a period of time and you will one day not be here, and what's going to stay is what you do, is how you make people feel, and is the legacy you leave behind you. All of a sudden, you're going to feel a lot more liberated, a lot more lightweight, a lot more free to be able to make the best decisions for your business and for your life. So I want to encourage you, if this resonates with you, if you're thinking, wow, like this is what I needed to hear, Fabiana, I am excited. I want to learn more about how this works. How can we do this on a more regular basis? This is one part of a new masterclass that I'm going to be presenting in a few days. And you are welcome to register and sign up for it and be a part of it, because this is just one part of what we're going to be talking in my upcoming masterclass. I'm going to spend 9 days coming to you live, sharing with you all the goods of how to set the right mindset frame, how to build the right, belief system, create the right perspective, then how to transfer that into the proper foundations into building a business. And I'm going to be walking you through daily, 1 hour a day, through this beautiful life-changing experience where we're going to go much deeper into all of these topics. And it starts in August 14th. So you are welcome to sign up. Go to musiciansprofitmasterclass.com, and I look forward to seeing you there to be able to support you. My team is going to be there as well, connecting with all of the participants. So I look forward to connecting with you and being able to walk you through the exact steps in which you can shift your belief system, create better decisions, and create a new reality and a new external life based on your internal changes. If you want your life to look different on the outside, it starts within. It starts within. So thanks, everyone. I'm seeing your comments here on Facebook. Yes, let's go. Thanks, everyone, for participating. I see here, I often worry if I have to play my instrument in front of a teacher, if I tend to tense up during a lesson. Yes, because you're worrying about what they're going to think about you. Watching from Salt Lake City. Hello. Positive thinking is so crucial, yet often not a focus in our training. Thanks for this clinic. Absolutely. I hope this was helpful. So there's a lot more to uncover, and I'm happy to continue this conversation in our masterclass. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Go ahead and register. See you there, and let's prosper together.